Hello everyone, this video is in continuation to our video for grade 11th, breathing and exchange of gases. Sorry, in our previous video we had discussed about cutaneous respiration. In this video we'll talk about the branchial respiration. Let's start. So branchial respiration, first of all, when the respiration takes place via gills. So let's understand which all organisms which they undergo branchial respiration. It is undergone by very common, the fishes, the different types of fishes. Then it's done by frogs in their tadpole stage. And it is, a very common feature when frogs are in their tadpole stage, they undergo this type, and some prawns, etc. etc. Fine. So these are the organisms which undergo branchial respiration. When we specify branchial respiration, we are talking about respiration via gills. Before we start anything, we'll be covering these topics here. So we'll start with the first. That is the type of branchial respiration. I'm writing BR for branchial respiration. So the first type would be on the basis of visibility. How are they visible? So some of the type of gills, they are external as seen in tadpoles, and there are internal gills. Fine. External gills and internal gills. External gills, if you see the structure of a tadpole, so these are external gills. That means they are visible externally. So external gills in tadpoles and internal when they are inside and they are covered by operculum. Operculum क्या होता है? If you've seen fish, तो जब वो float करती है तो यहाँ पे एक structure होता है, ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है. That's an operculum. So when it is covered under operculum, it is internal. When it is present outside, like in tadpoles, it is external gills. Second type of gills on the basis of attachment. Attachment. When the gills are attached. On the basis of attachment, it can be referred to as pleurobranchial. When it is attached on the sides, then we have arthrobranchial. When the gills are attached to the arthropodial membrane, we call it arthropodial or arthrobranchial. So pleurobranchial and arthrobranchial. Then the third type are on the basis of gill filament, number of gill filaments. So when gills are in one row, that is only one row of gills is present, that is one condition, we call it hemibranchial. And when gills are in two rows, we call it holobranchial. Holobranchial gills. These holobranchial are also complete gills. Complete gills. Let's revise once again. On the basis of visibility, external and internal gills. On the basis of attachment, pleurobranchial, arthrobranchial. Pleuro on the sides, arthropodial branchial, wherein it is attached to the arthropodial membrane. On the basis of gill filament, when gills are in one row, it is hemibranchial. When gills are in two rows, it is holobranchial. And these type of gills are also known as complete gills. Second is the structure of gills. Now this is all about the types of gills. We are going to see the structure of gills now. Now if we see the structure of gills, each gill has two gill filaments. Let's see. So there are two gill filaments in one gill. So, and these are gill lamellae which are present in the gill filament. These are gill lamellae. Now, how does the movement takes place? When the water enters inside the gill, it passes through these gill lamellae. When we see the structure of gill lamellae, is tarah se, what happens? The water tends to move इनसाइड द गिल लेवल है जहां पे फिर डिफ्यूजन हो जाता है, एंड यहीं से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिच वाटर इट मूव्स आउटसाइड एज वेल. सो if I quickly tell you how the exchange of or respiration takes place in the fish, what happens? It takes water through mouth, पानी मुंह से लेती है, and then it वाटर वॉशेज ओवर द गिल्स. वाटर गिल्स के ऊपर वॉश ऑफ होता है. जो ऑक्सीजन इज प्रेजेंट इन द वाटर इट इज टेकन बाय द गिल्स. जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ब्लड के अंदर प्रेजेंट है वो वाटर में चला जाता है एंड गोज आउट ऑफ द गिल. और फिर ब्लड जो है उसके अंदर ऑक्सीजन है. नाउ इट इज पम्प्ड थ्रू द heart and then pumped through the whole body. Fish, they have a heart which has one auricle, one ventricle, so it shows single circulation. Heart से blood सिर्फ एक बार ही move करता है, doesn't move twice जैसे हमारे अंदर है. So एक बारी फिर से मैं एक I'll just make a rough structure and show you. So if this is the mouth of the fish, water enters inside. यहाँ पे gills हैं. Gills के ऊपर से water wash off होता है. Whatever oxygen is there, it is taken in from the water. Whatever carbon dioxide is there, it is given out. So पानी यहीं से बाहर चला जाता है and यहीं से oxygen का water it comes here. और this is our heart of the fish. यहाँ से पंप होके it pumps throughout the body. मतलब it's just a hypothetical diagram to tell you कि क्या sequence and how it happens. So water tends to move inside. Gill से wash off होता है. Whatever oxygen is dissolved is taken in the blood और carbon dioxide बाहर चला जाता है and then water is passed in. So this is how the movement or respiration takes place via gills. Now when the respiration is taking place by gills, there is a difference between the organisms which are terrestrial, the ones which have lungs, and the ones which have gills. The ones which have lungs वो बहुत it is a very what do you say, significant and a very good type of a respiration, wherein herein when it has to take place via gills, there are certain problems which are faced by the during this exchange of gases or during this respiration taking place. So let's just make some space for writing it and then we will write what are the problems faced during respiration via gills. So for that we need to understand that what is the difference between diffusion of gases, diffusion by water and diffusion by air. What is the difference behind this? So because यहाँ पे whatever the diffusion has to take place, it is taking place via water. That means whatever oxygen is taken in, that is the dissolved oxygen present in water. So it has to extract that oxygen from the water, but air में तो it is already present. So let's understand. First condition is that water is 800 times denser than air. So more its density, less diffusion. So that is why, because water is more dense, 800 times more dense than air, hence the amount of diffusion taking place, it is less. Second reason for this would be that the dissolved oxygen in water is 30 times less than air. So when it is such less amount of air is present inside the water, it will take time for the process to happen. And the third condition is that the mode of diffusion which is taking place here is 5 lakh times slower as compared to air. So the diffusion through water is 5 lakh times less than air. So you can yourself see कि इतना कम amount of water is oxygen is being taken in. Now to overcome all this, how is this overcome? To overcome all this, there are two mechanisms which are followed by the organisms which show branchial respiration, and those two mechanisms are counter current mechanism, which you will find in excretion also, and the second one is continuous supply of water to gills. Very important. And if you see fish which are swimming in water, what do you observe? They are continuously opening their mouth and closing. The upper culum is continuously moving because they are continuously taking in water. So this continuous supply of water to the gills is required so that sufficient amount of respiration can take place, plus counter current mechanism, which is a mechanism which involves different type of minerals like sodium and chloride minerals, and there is water water concentration which can be balanced here so that more amount of oxygen can be taken in inside the body of the organisms, showing branchial respiration. So this is all about branchial respiration. In our next video, we'll talk about pulmonary respiration, that is respiration through lungs. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.